What's going on, everybody? I'm Coach Co, and you are here with Sports Cards Pro. Today, we are going to be going through the hottest sports cards in the sports card market over the course of the last 7 days using the Sports Cards Pro data tracking tool. Let's jump into it. We are going to dive into the Sports Cards Pro website here. Boom. So first off, what we're going to do, in order to check the trending sports cards, aka the hottest sports cards, the most sales of these sports cards over the last 7 days, this is a premium feature. But just for subscribing to the channel, just for hitting that notification bell, you are getting it absolutely for free on a weekly basis. So it literally makes no sense why you're not subscribed by now. So we're going to jump in. We're going to dive down here. Sales volume data. Start off with basketball. The top sale or the top volume sold for a sports card in the last 7 days was 88 cards, and that is the Topps Kobe Bryant numbered 138. This is his paper copy, but I don't want to dive into that one because we've already done that one. So let's okay, first of all, let's talk about this for 2 seconds. Look at the tops of this list. Kobe Bryant, number 1. Michael Jordan, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got Luka, so the first ultra modern card at 6, Shaq at 7. It seems like people are gravitating towards buying established players and or selling established players. I mean, if someone's selling, then someone's also buying. That's what the volume's all about. But people are buying established players. They're buying players from their childhood. They're buying all-time greats, it looks like. So it's definitely a shift in the market in terms of maturity, and that's very interesting. I think we should talk about that moving forward if we continue to see these trends. Michael Jordan's number 21, which is his 89 Fleer card, is the number 4 card on this list. Raw copies are going for about $13.50. They got as high as about $40 back in February of 2021. A PSA 10 copy, if you are lucky enough to acquire one of these, is about $1,000, almost $1,100. BGS 9.5 is $515. A PSA 9 or a BGS 9, a grade 9, $61.78. So you just break even or come out profitable if you were to grade this card in a 9. So definitely a huge gamble in grading this card. But I mean, if you hit one PSA 10, I mean, that pays for, I'm sure, a lot of mistakes. So something that I'm sure might be kind of pushing this thing forward, or this wave forward. Number 2 on this list, we've got baseball. We've got the usual suspects atop this list. So Ken Griffey, which is a mainstay on this, 149 of his cards have sold, specifically the star rookie, in the last 7 days. Adley Rutschman, number 2. Julio Rodriguez, number 3. We've got 2 Shohei Ohtanis in the top 10. We're going to look at the one we haven't seen just yet. This is the one out of Topps Update, and he's got 2 variations in Topps Update. This is the number 285 version, so the batting version. Ungraded copies are going for about $13.35. These things got as high as, I mean, that's pretty much what it's been for like the last year or so. PSA 10 copies about $81, so somewhat affordable for a PSA 10 Ohtani. This is a base. Please remember that. BGS 9.5, $56. Not necessarily profitable if you were going to buy and then grade, team. This is definitely a case where you would buy the card and just, I mean, buy the PSA 10 version. If you're buying the PSA 10. If you're grading them at all. Let's go into football next, team. All righty. So football, we've got Brock Purdy, number 1. Kenny Pickett, 2. Brock Purdy, 3. Kenny Pickett, 4. Kenny Pickett, 5. Guess what? Ultramodern has absolutely dominated the football market in the last 7 days. We've got Brock Purdy's Prism card selling, 140 of them. The sales volume is still high. The card price is down a smidge. Now, keep in mind, this card has only been out for about a month. I mean, yeah, about a month so far. So you're probably not going to see a ton of price action on it just yet. PSA 10 copies are $100. So if you're going to buy this card, grade it. I mean, you'd probably make about 40% on it. It's not bad. It's decent. I mean, I'm sure that's why people are buying and grading. Kenny Pickett's number 301 Mosaic is trending up as well. This is no surprise whatsoever, especially given the fact that these products just came out and we're talking about Donruss, Mosaic, and Prism. It's a rookie class that is honestly pretty scarce. There's only 2 big name quarterbacks unless someone comes out of the woodwork later on. So this is how the market trends. They tend to favor ultra modern players, especially when ultra modern products come out. And you're seeing the 2 top quarterbacks, where in other years there might be a significantly more. So 2 top quarterbacks, you're definitely going to see this more often than not. Hockey is number 4 on this list. We Matt Boldy, Cole Caulfield, Matty Beniers, Jason Robertson. We've got Jaromir Jagr at number 5 on this list. 28 of these have been sold in the last week. Crazy. Why are people buying Jagr? I don't know. He's a fan favorite. I love it though. $2 for this ungraded card. PSA 10 copies are going for about $93. If you're lucky enough to get a BGS 95, $52. This is most likely just strictly nostalgia. And again, I mean, as I mentioned previously when it came to basketball, it looks like the market is kind of shifting towards that nostalgia, at least based on this week. Nostalgia, established players, perhaps cards that people bought growing up. Maybe people are pulling cards out of storage and deciding to sell them. I'm not sure what the situation is, but you're definitely seeing a lot of cards from the 80s, 90s appear on these lists, and that's not a coincidence. Next up, we've got soccer. Messi, Ronaldo, Messi, Mbappe, Messi, Ronaldo. So we've never featured this Ronaldo 161. This is the 2014 Panini Prism. This is the first Prism release. So a very important set in the soccer card collecting community. This is what would be considered their Prism rookie. Although, I mean, Ronaldo was playing for 11 years before this card was released, but it is the first Prism card. Raw copies are going for about $9.20. PSA 10 copies, $56. It is not worth it to buy this card and then grade it. If you were just going to buy this card because you like the card, go for it. The all-time high for this ungraded copy looks like it's about $40 back in October. So right before the World Cup, which is very interesting, actually. Yeah, we got about $40 here as well in May. So it looks like leading up to the World Cup is when they were at all-time highs, and then now they've kind of tapered off to almost a quarter of that. As I mentioned before, timing the market is important as well. So, not just acquiring your cards, but acquiring the cards that you want at an affordable price. Ideally, when there's not so much hype. I mean, this is the time to be buying players that, people aren't talking about, right? Next up, we are going to be hitting the UFC. Boom, we got blaster box. I thought we were going to go the whole list without having a blaster box at the top. Top sale, 7-day sales volume, a blaster box at 5 of them. We got blaster box at the second spot as well. We've got Patty Pimblett we've already covered. Let's go into John Jones's red 2022 Panini Chronicles. I mean, this is actually a really nice looking card. And perhaps the eye appeal has to do with the sales volume. That being said, the sales volume is 3. So because there's not a ton of sales volume for the UFC cards, if 2 or 3 of something sells in a week, that's a pretty big deal, right? So automatically you're like top 20 on the list, top 30 on the list. Like I said, I mean, maybe this eye appeal is what's doing it for people. John Jones is obviously iconic, and maybe this is a card that people gravitate towards moving forward. The all-time high for this card looks like it was about $5, $3.50 right now. PSA 10 copies, believe it or not, someone's actually graded this for about $40. Final spot on this list is wrestling. We're going to jump into it. Blaster Box is number 1 with 5 sales. And then we've got the Amale Prism box set. And if I mispronounce this, please come for me in the comment section. Amale? I'm going to say Amale. This is actually a really nice looking parallel. So the premium box set Prism version, there was about 4 of them that sold. The ungraded copies were going for about $9-10 for a few months up until about March, and now they're going for about $1. I mean, it looks pretty nice. I'm not quite sure what the circumstances are behind it, but it's good enough for number 4 on this list. There's Sare. We also have Lopez. I mean, it looks like someone's buying up the box sets potentially. Again, very interesting. I mean, you can start seeing trends using this data. 4 of 3 of these cards were sold, all from the premium box set. And it could potentially be that someone's trying to assemble this box set and they're buying them on eBay or buying them on other platforms. And then we're actually watching it in real time, which is pretty cool. Team, I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of the 7 hottest sports cards in the 7 sports card categories. As always, please do not forget to like, subscribe, comment, share this with a friend who you think needs free data. Share this channel with a friend who you think needs free data, free analysis, free commentary. Free commentary. Team, I hope you enjoyed this. Sports Cards Pro and Coach Co are